Hey guys,
Who are we talking to?
we're talking to 7th and 8th grade today.
Hi, guys. Should we name them all?
No.
Hi, Dewani.
Okay, that's gonna take a while. All right.
But only
and the rest-
Dewani.
Well, and the rest.
Hi, Dewani and everyone.
Dewani and company. There we go.
So
Not
sad.
saying she's the main one or anything, but yeah. All right. So Justinian the First. We're talking about Justinian the First today. Okay.
Ooh,
And
and I know that's in the Byzantine
Empire. Good job. Yeah.
Dang it, I said
Byzantium is the city. Byzantine Empire. But you're good. It's good. Yeah. Byzantine Empire, which is the eastern half of the Roman Empire.
Yes.
So remember the West. They split. Western half goes kabloosh. Eastern half
Eastern
stays there for a couple
thrives.
thousand years. Well,
for a little bit.
thrives, then gets a
1,000
little
is
less.
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it will last long, but it doesn't thrive like the whole time. Yeah. Anyways,
Gotcha.
and Justinian the First is going to be very important to this eastern half.
Is he the
But
first
you know
one
who's
of this?
really no, he's
after
not.
It's split?
He's
No?
not.
Okay.
But he's one of the most important. But one thing about Justinian the First is that he's got a wife who is ridiculous. Like they are a power couple.
I was gonna say when I was looking for my tea, I read about her, and she was actually under his class. Like he was legitimately in love with her, and
Yeah.
they said that he shouldn't marry.
She was an actor, which back then being an actor was the same as being a prostitute practically.
No.
It was. In fact, a lot of actors did that on the side as well. So she was like the lowest of the low class. But they met Justinian. Justinian had to do some things to get in power. But when Justinian became emperor, she became his queen, and she becomes very important. And one of the craziest things she does is that Justinian is emperor, right, of eastern half of Byzantium.
Yeah.
But right off the bat, things go terrible. They have these chariot races, right?
Oh dang it! That's my tea.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I have other tea too. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I'm sorry to step on your teeth.
Yeah, no.
Anyways.
It's a good story
Yeah.
though. It's
And
really
they have
good.
these chariot races, and they're each different teams. So you have a blue team and
And
a
a
green
red.
team.
It was red.
Okay. Go for
And
it.
which is the weirdest? No, I'm just saying it was blue and red. But isn't that weird that those are that's the name they picked?
Yeah.
The blue team and the red team.
Yeah. So lots of teams, but these two teams.
Were the best teams.
The best team, yes. And there's a race, and they end up getting so crazy and so into it, they end up rioting and start destroying the city.
I thought it was because they hated Justinian so much because he raised taxes to fund his army and his building projects like the dams and things.
What does that have to do with the teams?
That's why they rioted. Is because they all were so mad that they knew that they were the best, so they talked to each other, they ganged up on, and then they rioted. That's what I read.
I'll look into that, but I always heard that it was just because the result of the chariot match. They're watching these chariot matches, and then the result happened. They started rioting, and the rioting. Justinian was like, I think I'm gonna run. I think I'm gonna bounce. But Justinian's wife Theodora was like, hey, you know what? You should not bounce. Instead, you should stay here and fix things. And he listened to her, and because he listened to her, she ends up saving his life pretty much. Because if he had left, people think that he would have lost power and he wouldn't even be an important person in history. Wouldn't be learning about him. But because Theodora helped him so much and helped him keep in power, that he ended up staying in power. So Theodora pretty much doing it, yeah.
Well, mine is from Ducksters.com, which usually has some really good facts. I feel like
Ducksters?
it says they united together in their dislike for Justinian. They began to riot. Soon they were attacking the emperor's palace and burning. And this says that around 30,000 rioters were put to death at the end
Oh,
of the riot.
wow. That's a lot. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I just knew that there was a chariot race and I always thought it was because of the result. But anyway, so that was Theodora. Let's talk more about Justinian's achievements, though. One thing is that he rebuilt Constantinople after the riots. He built it bigger and grander and better than ever was before. His big thing was the Hagia Sophia.
Wait, can we just say, love a powerful woman, by the way?
Yeah, very
love
good. Great to have one in
powerful
history.
woman.
Yes,
I'm shocked that no one's named Theodora after her.
there is.
I've never met a Theodora.
There's some sort of singer or something. I was trying to look up videos about her, and this singer kept coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh,
Anyways,
love a powerful
and there's also apparently a hard rock band that
called
plays.
Theodora.
No, called Justinian's Code, and we'll talk about that in a second. But it completely ruins all the educational videos when you try to find them.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so he builds this giant church. It's called Hagia Sophia. That's a picture of right here. He didn't used to have these minarets. These minarets were built later when the Byzantine Empire fell. But it's a huge church. It's gorgeous. If you go inside, it was one of the tallest domes ever. This dome is up extremely high. They used to say that it hangs from a chain from the heavens. So
Because it was Christian, right?
yes, and a huge church, giant. Like, I mean, it looks big in that picture, but you can just imagine. Like, see, there's a person. A person's a dot on that thing. That's how giant this huge thing is. He also launched successful military campaigns, and you can see he takes over Italy again, because Italy had already fallen, the western half fallen. He takes over lots of North Africa and southern Spain. He almost kind of puts together the entire Roman Empire back again. He gets close.
It must be so exhausting being a leader back then, because it's like either you're being taken over or you're trying to take over people.
Yeah, but anyways, he does a lot, and he's very successful at it. And lastly, the biggest thing that he's probably most known for, and is Justinian's Code, which I was talking about earlier. And this is when he writes down these laws, these system of laws, and he takes the laws, and they had a lot of laws that didn't make sense, a lot of random laws that were kind of confusing. But he's like, you know what, we're going to make these laws make sense and make them logical, and I'm going to simplify it. Instead of having all these tons of jumbled random laws, I'm going to simplify it so that there's only one punishment for each crime, that there's only that it all makes sense, that it's logical, that it the punishment, if it's not like,
was it written in
it's
Latin?
not like if you stole something, an apple, and you got your hand cut off, but then you stole a banana and you didn't get your hand cut off. No, it was like, we're going to make it all equal.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It would be Greek, not Latin. They didn't speak Latin. The western half was Latin.
They actually said that Justinian was the last emperor to speak Latin.
Oh, really? Before they stopped speaking Latin?
They think.
Oh, okay.
There's not 100% sure, but they think he's the last one.
Okay. Anyways, and the code would become based on many legal codes in the West, and so we use a lot of his stuff today.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at that.
All right. So bring us to our tea time, Mrs. Magera.
Ceylon tea. I really need to outbranch my tea because they're gonna be like, that's all. You're not really in the picture.
Oh, well, you drank some sort of milk or something last time.
Oh, did I? Some milk?
no,
The pumpkin
coffee.
spice latte. I did, but I didn't know if that was for them. Okay, so you took my big piece of tea, but like any good tea finder, I have a backup. Right, Jor?
Right.
Mr. Magera. So, let's see, we did the chariot races, we did Theodora. Okay, what's in a name? So the Byzantine, but this isn't really about Justinian.
It's okay.
Okay, so originally derived from Byzaz, okay, a Greek citizen. The story, so Byzaz is the one who named it. The story goes that before he left Greece, he consulted an oracle. What is an oracle?
It's someone who's told the future, supposedly.
On where to found his new colony. To which the oracle replied, opposite of the blind. Not knowing exactly what that meant, he soon stumbled upon a city on the Bosphorus Strait and interpreted the words to mean the Greeks were blind for not using the superior location. So it just shows you that the oracle,
Yeah.
And another little piece of tea that I love is that old Saint Nick apparently is to be said to be derived from the Byzantine But are you going to talk about who Justinian II is?
No.
That is his. That's like in 700 BC or whatever, something like that. Anyway, he went nuts. And he went so crazy that he used to bite off servants' fingers, and he used to eat them when he would, because he was a mad king. It was like right when the I can't say it, was falling. And, but you know what the servants used to do to try to get him to not
bite off the fingers?
Yeah.
What?
They put wheels on his throne, and when he started getting to that, they'd start rolling him all over the throne, and he'd have so much fun he forgot that he was in a fit. That's true.
It's like a kid they had to play with.
Isn't that funny?
That's funny. Well, that's some pretty good tea.
Yeah, it is. Don't
Bye,
bite
guys.
anyone's fingers off.
Yes. See you guys.